begin here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And the big tight end shifting around. They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. So he'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves him with third and still 9 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's Foles. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
They run again with Ajayi. They find some open field here. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now Foles. And he dumps it off to Blunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. LeGarrette Blunt from 19 yards away. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Elliott now to kick this one away. On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's not only Adam Thielen, that's the Pro Bowler Adam Thielen, who had 91 catches this year and over 1,200 yards, a career high.
We always look for great stories when we do games. Is there a better one this season than Adam Thielen in terms of where he came from to make a Pro Bowl roster as a receiver for the Minnesota Vikings? Lightly recruited out of high school, ends up at Mankato State, which is now known as Minnesota State Mankato. Undrafted, goes to a rookie free agent tryout camp, hangs around, makes the practice squad. First he's a special teams guy, and now he's one of the better receivers in the league. I think it's one of the best stories I've heard in 2017 NFL.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They were in the 4-3. Mike linebacker made a great tackle.
And when that happens, generally it means that the guys up front, the forward down deep.
Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? Last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
You go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. Foles. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Torrey Smith, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. Vikings coming out here again to take over on offense. And this is a crew, obviously, that was so close, Charles, to becoming the first ever team to play a Super Bowl in their own stadium. So disappointment in that last game against Philly. But overall, I think they've got to be pretty pleased with the season.
They have to be, because they put it all together. Won the NFC North. How about that win over the Saints in the divisional round? I mean, I don't know that they'll ever top that in terms of getting something done late in the game, especially with what was on the line. They do get Dalvin Cook back at running back next year. I think they'd still like to have a little more speed at wide receiver. But all in all, this team comes back pretty well intact and will be a force for a while.
Yeah, that defense is pretty set.
Very much so. I mean, try and move the ball against their front and then try and throw it against Xavier Rhodes. Good luck to you.
To throw on second down is Keenum. Dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they've got it here with a first down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Set. All right, now, look at 56.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Screen play, McKinnon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Keenum. Finds a seam inside the 40. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 55 yards. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on his 4th possession. They'll begin here with Blunt. And some room to work. A solid stiff arm. Fighting through, and he's got space. LeGarrette Blunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. LeGarrette Blunt, 79 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And he motions the wide receiver. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And Rudolph has it left side. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there of 22.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the red zone now, Keenum. And it's caught. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run for it with Cook. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. And it's up and good. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now it's the backup, Bridgewater. He'll buy some time right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So that one will be accepted. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Play action. It's Keenum. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
No, check, Patrick.
Keenum going for it on 4th. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us.
Yeah,
I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half, the same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
And both defenses back on their heels. They'll run again with Blunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It'll be a loss of a yard. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. There's Keenum now on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This complete left side to Aguilar. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? You're able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think...
Jay's going to go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay, 37 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. Keenum now on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Over. All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, last year, I'm not sure we saw very many of those runs, did we, from the Vikings? I mean, they had the poorest rushing attack in the league.
Just 75 yards per game, but carries like the one we just saw, that'll help bolster that average.
Yeah, certainly, and they tried to beef up the offensive line in the offseason, brought in Latavius Murray, and then drafted Dalvin Cook out of Florida State. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Watch it now. All right, now, look at this.
Here's McKinnon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside.
And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Vinny Curry in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
3 yards remaining here on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Play clock winding down. Now back to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And the wideout in motion. After the interception, here's Keenum. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jerick McKinnon, 28 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And now a critical extra point attempt here. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They start on the ground here with Blunt. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards. Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Yeah, the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Second and goal. Defense digging. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. LeGarrette Blount taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Back to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Foles' Eagles.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. For the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Sanu, the man in motion left. On first down, Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. Calling a pickup of 7, and it'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On second down, Ryan hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. And the D looking like they may blitz. Sanu, the man in motion left. Now Ryan on second down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that. They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And he motions the wide receiver. Now Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. The 40. 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And they're in on the first play from scrimmage. Our crew and you and I, we better strap in here.
That's what's commonly known as quick strike. Points on the board. This could be a fun game.
On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll start out on the ground with a giant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. First carry for LeGarrette Blount. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blount, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010's rookie year? And 18 touchdowns in the regular season? And no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
Here's Foles. Hard throw, incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And Elliott puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Falcons taking over on offense in just a second, and, you know, this year ended in disappointing fashion now. Last year was the ultimate version of heartbreak, but if you're a Falcon fan, was this one was tough to swallow as well, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because let's be honest about it. Losing in the Super Bowl, I don't care how you lose, you were in the Super Bowl. You were playing for it all. This team was supposed to be as good or better. Ultimately ended up 10-6, found their way in the playoffs, but didn't get the deep run as they had the year before. So you're exactly right. For Falcons fans, that's a tough one. But this is a team that's built to be good for a long time.
Here's Coleman. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Watch two.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. On second down, here's Ryan. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A Falcon first down, Ryan to his young tight end, Hooper.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Picked up a first down.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And out now come the Eagles. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point...
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
They go play action here on first down. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Foles. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now Foles. It's caught by Aguilar. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. The Eagles hustling to the line. Clock rolling. They'll set up a throw. Ertz has it left side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Looking to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he is knocked down from the side. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
That good for 19 and a first down.
So much for halftime adjustments by the defense because you know they had to talk about it. The entire first half, they struggled to contain him. And here he is coming out in the second half and establishing the same tone. Still running the football with authority, still gaining big yardage. So I just figure on the offensive side, they said there is no adjustment. Until they slow us down, keep going at them, keep handing them the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 6 there on the first down play. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think of Tevin Coleman as a really good combo back. He can run it, but in terms of being a third down back, I think he ranks with the best in the league.
So good at leaking out of the backfield. Ryan finding him there for the Falcons first. Now it's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard.
Now back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. A gain of 32 that time.
Oftentimes, guys who do a really nice job on the wide receiver screen plays are really good punt returners. It's the same skill. Make the first guy miss and then pick up your blocking and get downfield. Nice gain on that play.
They'll set up to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar from 8 yards out. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Elliott now to kick this one away. Andre Roberts now to return it. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Sanu, the man in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. On the screen, this is Coleman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or two, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
There's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They'll look to throw now on first down. This complete left side to Aguilar. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Completes it to Aguilar. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you've got to think, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Aguilar has it. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It'll be a gain of 11, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. To throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And this one's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, that forced the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Back to throw again. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. To throw. Connects with Sanu right side. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Brandon Graham in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Brandon Graham in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 8 yards on the screen there. Not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down. And for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together. And they had a chance to pick up a first down. But the defense got there and finished it off.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The drive starts with a handoff to Blunt. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Again, here's Blunt. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here at 2nd and 12. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And Blount loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Back to throw. Now a desperate. And got his man complete. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Well, that certainly looked like the Torrey Smith we knew in Baltimore. A guy who can just run past defenses, and what do they say? Take the top right off of them.
Game-changing speed, and the days in Baltimore good, days in San Fran not so great, but now hoping to get back to his former self.
I would say they have an extremely motivated wide receiver in Torrey Smith.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.